guys. We are picking up from chapter 12 of Patina. All right, chapter 12, to do, be there, and stop Maddie from going there. Momley was alive. The nurse at the front desk told us she was banged up pretty bad and had a mild concussion and a broken arm. And what about Maddie? I asked before she'd even finished saying broken arm. My heart had turned into a frog trying to jump out of my throat. My brain was thinking bad things only. I'm sorry, but she didn't make it. No, no, no. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. But I couldn't help it. What if Maddie was... I tried not to think what I couldn't stop myself from thinking. That Maddie, my mini-me, my waffle, was hurt, was gone. I tried to speak clear, my voice balling up like a piece of paper. I mean, Madison Jones. The little girl who was with her, Uncle Tony made plain, his voice sharp, almost too clear. Ah, the nurse's face brightened up. Baby ain't have a scratch on her. All the breath in my body left and then came back rushing in again. Filled me up with a bunch of thank goodness. The cannons stopped firing, and the boom, boom, boom became the beep, beep, beep coming through the crack of the door of the room Maddie and Momley were in. It was as if me and Uncle Tony had teleported there. Hello? Uncle Tony cried out as he tapped on the door and crept in like we didn't belong there, like we were afraid the doctor, who was also in the room, would think we had come to steal our family back. Patty! Maddie jumped up from the chair and crashed against me. She squeezed, not like she was trying to lift me up, but like she was trying to melt into me, and I squeezed back like I was scared to let go. Uncle Tony darted to the bed where Momley lay. Maddie and me weren't far behind him. The first thing I noticed was Momley's face. It was puffed up, so much purple on her pale skin. Bruises and lumps and knots, worse than a Barnaby beatdown. And then I noticed her arm, the broken one. It was swollen up to the shoulders, making the skin look like it was being stretched too tight. Compared to the other arm, it looked more like a leg. At least the top part did. The bottom part they had in some kind of sling contraption thingy to keep it from moving. But I could still see the imprint in the fabric where the bone jutted out like a second elbow. Looked like it hurt like crazy. Come on in, y'all. Momley's voice was all grog. She waved us towards her with her good arm, her right arm, like she was hosting a party. Dr. Lancaster, this is the rest of my family, Patty and my husband, Tony. Nice to meet you, Uncle Tony said, immediately shaking the doctor's hand. The pleasure is mine, Dr. Lancaster said, smooth. Me and Maddie are just here making sure Mrs. Emily doesn't fall asleep while she's concussed. What happened? I asked, because how does someone who drove as safely as Momley, someone who didn't even listen to music in the car, get in a crash? Yeah, what in the world happened? Uncle Tony followed up, gently stroking Momley's hair. Momley's eyes were half open, blinking super slow, like windshield wipers on the low setting. Like when it's just drizzling. Someone ran a red light, smacked right into us, and kept going. A hit and run? Uncle Tony asked, his voice hardening in a way I've never heard. Momley nodded. Yeah. She tried to shift in her bed, but was in too much pain to do so. Every little inch or to the side made her show teeth. A pained smile. But I'll be fine, she was telling us now, stroking Uncle Tony's arm. Right, Doc? Concussions and broken bones heal. I'm just glad the strongest girl in the world's not hurt. Maddie's arm tightened around my waist. Down, tears, down. Hold it together. You're Patina Jones, daughter of Beverly Jones. No junk, no punk. I know, I said, forcing a small smile and resting my cheek on the top of Maddie's head. I figured I'd better put my face down somewhere before it split down the middle. Then Maddie reached over and took Mumley's hand, her chest heaving as she worked to fight back her own feelings, even though she had been there the whole time. It was like now that me and Uncle Tony showed up, she could let herself be scared. It's okay, Maddie. I'm fine, I swear. It's just a broken arm. Remember when Cotton broke her arm? She was better in no time. Nothing crazy. Cotton broke her arm trying to prove she could do a handstand on the bathroom sink at Barnaby Elementary, but she slipped. She was lucky, could have broken her neck, or broke her life. But that would have been her own fault. This was different. Hey, Patty, I won't be running any relays anytime soon, huh? No handoffs for me. Momley was trying to lighten the mood, but it fell flat. I forced a fake laugh because I got what she was trying to do, but jokes were Uncle Tony's thing. But I just don't want them to infiltrate it. Maddie wasn't distracted by all the corny comedy. Momley refocused. They're not going to amputate it, baby. They're going to fix it, she assured her. That voice, the one that's usually on a mom, that voice, the one that's usually only a mom has, even though, well, she's our mom too, kicked in and seemed to calm the whole room down. But I knew Maddie. I could look in her face and see that she wasn't so sure that things were going to be fine. Maddie, they're not going to take it, I echoed. Then a better idea to chill Maddie out sprouted in my mind, and I walked to the other side of the room to grab one of the 2 chairs that were there. We're definitely not, the doctor confirmed. And while he explained how the bone healing works, and Maddie started getting into how her mother had had her legs cut off, I bent down and pretended to try to move the chair. I started grunting like I was constipated or something, just to draw attention. Ugh. I turned around, and Maddie was still going on about how our mom, first it was a toe, then it was a foot, then her legs, none of which she actually remembers. And how for Momley, what if it starts with one part of the arm, and the next thing you know, half her body was cut off? What if she can't drive with half a body? She asked the doctor, who at this point looked somewhere between amused and confused. Maddie, can you come help me, please? Help you what? She asked, her voice still quivering. Help me move this chair? It's too heavy. The chair really was more like real furniture, not some flimsy fold-up. Of course, I could have moved it if I really wanted to, but I bent down again with a huge ugh. It's just a chair, Patty, Maddie said, skeptical, but coming to my side anyway. Yeah, but I think hospital chairs be heavier for some reason. Maddie frowned, but then she grabbed the chair by the armrests and yanked it forward. I widened my eyes as Maddie backed the chair across the room, inch by inch, until it was at the foot of Momley's bed. That one's for Uncle Tony, I said as she slapped her hands together like light work. But I need to sit down too. I pointed at the other chair. And then you can sit on my lap. Maddie trotted back to the other side of the room to get the other one, Uncle Tony plopping down in the first. Thank you, Maddie, he said, winking at Momley. No problem. They not even that heavy for me, Maddie boasted. Of course not, I agreed, watching her lug the next chair. When she'd parked it beside the other, I sat down. Girl, I'm so glad we got somebody strong in this family. I patted my thighs, beckoning her to come take a seat so we could continue on with the visit and put the tears and scary stuff behind us. But in true Maddie fashion, she wasn't ready to sit yet. Oh no, I got her going. Got her all revved up. Next thing I know, she was now explaining to the doctor that she was one of the strongest first graders he had ever seen. It's true, Mom Lee gurgled. And when Dr. Lancaster asked, "Is that right?" Maddie ran up on him like a maniac, threw her arms around his legs, and tried to lift him.